Here's my 5-month review and what I think of the holzforma g660. I got this saw. It originally came pretty choked up. I had to go in, take the front cover here off on the muffler, and back in the back there's a restrictive screen there, and I cut it out and to open up the exhaust, widen the side ports here up a little bit more, and I made me a double barrel there. And of course it's a little bit smashed right now because the last time I cut a tree I got it hung up, and well, that's a long story, but it's a little bit smashed on the end, but it's not affecting the performance. Issues that I've had, well, also the intake, it comes with that in behind the air filter, the anti-spit back plastic cage. Just get rid of that because that restricts so much airflow. If you do that, open up the exhaust, makes a world of difference. Also on the flywheel, I shaved the flywheel key down halfway, advanced the ignition timing on it roughly 6 degrees, and that really woke it up also. It came with the 28-inch bar, 3/8 pitch chain, 7-pin rim sprocket. Well, I love the .404 pitch chain. It's just such a aggressive tooth chain. I always run full comp, full chisel chain, but I did ditch the 28-inch bar and put on the 24-inch bar, and with the 404 chain. And of course I had to change the rim sprocket to the 404 also. But I went from the 7-pin to the 8-pin, so that chain really spins pretty quick. And with this being a 92cc saw, even with the 404 chain, 24-inch bar, it really eats through the wood. One other problem that I've had is the clutch springs. 2 different times, and I've had this happen on my Neotech, the clone of the Steel 070. The first time I used it, the clutch springs broke on it and had to replace those. Well, on this saw here, I've had them break twice on me, and I don't know what the deal is with the Chinese products, cheap materials or what, but I've got a little Husqvarna 440, 40 cc's, 18-inch bar, and I've yet to have a clutch spring break on it, and I've had it for 4 years. So if you get one of these saws, you know, I mean, you get what you pay for. I understand that. You know, if you can go out and you can spend $2,000 on a Steel MS 500, you know, 661, but you know, this here was $400, so you know, I figured, you know, what the heck, I know I'm gonna have to tinker with it and might have a few little issues, but overall it hasn't been a bad saw at all. The gas tank there, you can actually see fuel in it. It's a little translucent, which is very nice. So other than the clutch springs, I've replaced 2 of the 3. I haven't had one break lately, so what I'm hoping is these clutch springs that I'm putting in now are of a better quality. And yeah, I tried to get that sticker off, and you know, that happens. The only other issue, you've got to tinker with the carb on this thing. The high speed's no big issue. You know, you can pretty much set it and pretty much leave it alone, but good grief, that low speed, you know, and right there's your adjustment screws, you know. And the thing is if I adjust the low speed to where it'll start up good and it'll idle where it should be, and I run the saw, and then I set it down and it's sitting there idling, as soon as I pick it up, even just picking the saw up, it'll die, flood out, just picking it up. And then sometimes it won't die if I pick it up, but then as soon as I hit the trigger, it floods out, kills it. So you have to adjust the low speed, at least I do on this saw, the low speed to where it's on the lean side for sure, just so that won't happen. And I don't like that, because I know it's idling on the low side. I know it's too lean, but even if I richen it a 1/16 of an inch, just very sensitive screw adjustment, and then I run it, set the saw down, it's sitting there idling, and as soon as I pick it up and hit the trigger, ball, it just floods right out. And then you gotta hold the trigger wide open, pull it, and then it'll start up after 3 or 4 pulls. But like I say, I have to adjust that lean side, the low side fuel screw, to where it is definitely too lean, and you got to keep it going for a little bit till it warms up a little bit, because it'll die because it's too lean. But then if you richen it up just a tad where it should be, then for some reason you pick it up, hit the trigger, bolt, then it floods out on the high side. So I don't know, you know, what the carburetor, maybe I should just maybe put an OEM carburetor on it. Maybe that'll take care of it. But let me tell you, I mean, other than that, I really don't have any more complaints on this. The thing's a powerhouse. And with that 404 chain, it'll eat through some wood quick, especially if that 8-pin rim sprocket on there. But, you know, oh, don't get me wrong. I'd love to have, you know, the 1600, $2,000 to go buy me a steel 500i, no doubt about it. But, you know, I can buy 4 or 5 of these to one of those. So, you know, that's where these companies, where they're getting their sales and they're making their money, you know. So would I buy another one? Yeah, probably, because of the money. But like I say, once you get it going, it runs good. And of course the chain adjuster is a little finicky on it. It's a little notchy. Just keep greasing that in there and you can live with it. Okay, well, I guess that's about it. So out of 1 to 10, and a 1 being a total piece of crud, or a 10 being excellent, no issues, I guess I would have to give this probably a 6, 6.5. I'll be nice to it, 6.5. So, but there's my review.